Okay, today is all about the VA home buyers and how we can save them some money. This is going to be an incredible presentation, so I want you to see. It's only a couple minutes. So basically, what we're looking at is how would it be if we could increase buying power by $165,000, while at the same time we're lowering the payment by $1,100 with less out-of-pocket expenses. So that means if you are approved for a $453,000 home today with $70,000 down, that's your max. What if we can change that to $619,000 purchase power? We know today in Vancouver, Clark County, Cowlitz County, a $619,000 house is way better than a $453,000 house, right? So let's see how we do it. So this house currently, right now, is listed. I'll put the listing down below in here in the link. But this house is currently listed in Vancouver, Washington, for $619,000, and that means, and the payment is $3,075 that you would be able to assume. This is for a veteran buying a home as as an owner occupied home. They'd need to come in with about $55,597. That's the variable of what is owed with the bank with that 3.75 current loan in place that you're going to assume, and the $619,000 that the sellers want to be able to walk away with the capital minus all their expenses. Not a lot for them, but it's a really great thing for a person that, they've only been in the home 2 years. That means you have a 28-year term with the purchase price of 619, and you have a 3.75 rate with the balance that is going to be owed after you put the down payment down. And so that means there's no HOA on this house. Great community, but there's no HOA. I think it's out by Brush Prairie High School out there. And there's no appraisal required. So you might even be able to go, instead of 619, go 625 and have them pay some closing costs. As long as you're coming in with a variable of this down payment right here, you can make that work. Also, you're going to save $1,100 a month on this. So how does that work? Let's take a look at the numbers here. So this column right here is if you came in and said, I want to buy this for 619, I'm going to put 10% down. That's going to give me a payment of 4161 here. Okay. And so with a payment of 4161, that means you're going to have to make over 50%, probably about $8,400 with no other debt of qualifying. You're going to have about $70,000 cash to close on this. Got to have to pay for the appraisal. You got a upfront mortgage insurance on the VA that you're going to pay, and some other fees that might not be included, like the appraisal fee, some other fees that you're not going to pay on the assumable. So you say, okay, well, that's just $4,100 is just too much. So I'm even doing a buy down or anything like that, that's just too much. I'm going to wait. But if you have the equity because you're going to be moving out of an existing property, or you have those funds available to put down about 65 grand in this case, maybe even 60, and ask for 5,000 closing costs and go up to 619 plus 624, you can buy this assumable home today, and you have a balance of $562,800 after you put the variable down. This is the 562.8. That's what you're paying 3.75% rate for. And so what that means is you're saving $1,099 a month. That's $1,100 less of a payment. I'm qualifying you off of the $3,062 payment here, right? So what does that mean? That means that if I said, well, Bill, I'm qualified for 3,062, and that's the maximum payment, you're going to get a $453,000 purchase, still have to put down $70,000 to get a payment that matches. So a $453,000 purchase with $70,000 out of pocket after closing costs and everything. At today's 6.875, that might even be 7% by now. You're paying the same amount of a $619,000 assumable home. I mean, is that to me is just crazy. So we have a list of assumable homes right now, and out here. Let's see if I have that available here. So this is, again, 1% rate drop, 10% payment drop is 10% more buying power. So that's really what we're trying to hit home with. And so let me try to find. This is a list right here. So we can look at, these are the 8 houses that we have. This is an FHA. This is an FHA. Some of them have larger amounts than the 55,000, but today I just wanted to point out the newest one that's out on the market, and really how we're able to just just save so much money for that person and get them into a home. So I have been focusing on assumable loans. I have a spreadsheet of about 20 deals right now with all of the servicers, all of the contact information, the balances, the interest rate, and all that kind of stuff. Because my whole goal is to get more people into these lower rates under 4%. And everything that we have is anywhere from, looks like 2.49 up to about 4.63. So if you're in the market and you have a 50, 60, 70, a large down payment, or you're moving up from maybe a smaller home and you have some equity but you just don't want to make that new payment, let's talk and let's get on that search for what is out there. Okay, I'm Bill Black with Northwest Funding Group, 360-910-3290. Thank you and have a great day.